I don't know what Maurice Payne is surprised about. Do you know the Taliban has now given the green light for the Afghans to come here and play us in the Test match in cricket.
It's kind. Very kind to them, isn't it?
Oh, Mr. Taliban, you are all bananas.
Maybe they just love their cricket. It's not a ploy to...
Well, last time they were in power, before the war started, they banned cricket because it interfered with prayer times.
Do you think it's a ploy? Do you think that's just a...
Oh, blood oath. And they said, yes, we want to come here. We've allowed our cricket team to come to Australia and play your team in a test match, and you can come here to play as well. Don't go, boys. Yeah. Don't you go to Kabul.
And here, have a lollipop.
Yeah, because they'll take you all hostage straight away. We have we've been there fighting a war for 20 years. What, we're going to play a friendly game of cricket?
Will they be offended if we say no,
Who
though?
cares? You know what we should do? We should, when they come out here to play the test, let them play the women's team. The women's Australians. Imagine that. Imagine if our women's cricket team played Afghanistan and won. That'd be better than winning the war. Or if we go to Kabul to play cricket, just take one. Make our wicketkeeper a woman. See how they handle that. No, you wouldn't go there, though. They're liable to do anything. You say, hey, we're getting you back now for daring to send soldiers to our country. This is what we're going to do to your cricket team. Don't do it. I'm telling you, can't trust them. No. The deputy head of Taliban's Cultural Commission, they've got a cultural commission. Ahmadullah Wazid said the Australian administration told them that any matches already scheduled to go ahead will go ahead as planned. I think they're playing in Tassie or somewhere, aren't they? I'm not sure. The baggy greens are welcome to tour. I don't think so. And they're not sure. They're not even sure how who's going to pay the Afghani cricketers. Is the Taliban going to take over that sort of the administration of cricket in that country, or what?
I'm more. You threw that with super strength.
Oh,
a piece of paper. It
it's a piece of paper.
Towards me.
I know.
There is quite a different distance, everyone.
I can throw paper a long way.
Good.
Should be an Olympic sport.
Yeah, if you spinach for lunch.
Leith is on the air. Hi, Leith.
Yeah. Hello. To both of you.
Yes. Hello.
Look, as someone who follows cricket quite closely,
yes,
the Australian women's team would not get within a bull's roar of the Afghans.
Oh, the Afghans are pretty good, aren't they?
Well, yeah, physically they're just bigger and you know.
Hey, tell me something, Leith.
Wonder why they are good.
Are Australian? Is there a thing in the rules that says that women can't play in the Australian men's test team? I know it sounds like a silly question, but is it actually in the rules?
No. Well, I'm sure there's not. But,
so we could have an Australian test team with men and women in it.
Well, perhaps 30 years down the track.
Why? Why not now? Our women cricketers are fantastic.
Yeah, but
it's hardly about strength and speed. Anyone can run between the wickets.
Yes, but okay. So where would I say the Redbacks women's team? Amanda Wellington has played B grade for Port Adelaide.
Well, there's some pretty good cricketers in our Australian women's team.
Oh damn! Yeah, Megan.
I'm sure there are a few women in that team that are better than a few of the men in our team.
No, they're not.
Oh, please. Really?
Okay.
Because our men aren't doing that well at the moment.
No, I totally agree.
Anyone can stand. Anyone can stand in the gully and take a catch.
Oh, okay. We'll have a crack, John.
Yeah, or even slips. I reckon slips is the easiest place because you don't have to think. You just dive and catch the ball.
And you just get to chat away to the batter all day.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah.
When you've made nothing, and then he comes in the bat, and you just give him hell.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not a sports show. I just thought I'd bring it up because.
All right. Well, no, the women would not be able. In the foreseeable future, will not be in the Australian Test cricket.
I don't know why. I think I don't know why. I think it must be in the rules somewhere.
No,
because I think otherwise we would have done it.
I've seen him play.
And you get Laurie Colliver on the phone; he'll know. Get Loz on. Loz knows everything. All right, thanks, Leith.
All right, Eric.
Goodbye now. Bye. Goodbye. Yeah. Whatever. People are still arguing with the police. I can't get over how many people are arguing with police lately. They think that they somehow think it I don't know, it's their right to argue with police, when it would be so much easier just to not argue. Just do as you're goddamn well told. There's some idiot arguing.
I've currently changed it.
So what I have to prove to you that's the law?
You know, the police ask for ID. They say, why should I show you my ID? I don't think that's the law. Is that the law?
It's the law. I have to prove to you that
When the police officer requests, you do.
So state law trumps federal law?
So I said it's been updated.
Yours are directive. It's not law. It's a directive. Is that right? It's directive. No. It's not law.
You have to show police ID. I'm pretty sure that is the law.
Yeah.
Actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah. He's saying, no, it's not a law. It's a directive. It's not a law. It's a directive. And his mouth stays open like that. Because he's a dickhead.
Law says unless you get a court order,
Dick.
I don't have to show you my medical exemption.
Dick.
Are you going to show me or not?
But I don't have to show you.
Yeah, he says, I've got a medical exemption, so I'd have to wear a mask, but I'm not going to show you. Because I don't have to. Because I don't have to.
That's the whole truth.
Dick.
You guys need to,
Do you have ID on you, sir?
you guys need to learn the law
Do you have ID
before
on
you
you?
force the law.
Do you have ID on
I've
you?
got an idea, but I've not.
You've got to learn the law before you enforce the law.
Oh,
What a
So
nitwit.
disrespectful.
And he says he's got ID on him, but he's not going to show it because he doesn't have to. Wouldn't it be just easier just to show them the ID?
No, why do you want to argue about it?
I just don't get it. John, you're on the air.
G'day, how you going tonight?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, so I think you are correct that it is indeed the law of the state of South Australia, but there are federal laws that do clash with that law, and any good law scholar will tell you the federal law has to take precedence over the state law. So the Biosecurity Act says only a control order for an individual can be given to mandate things like masks, and also under the Privacy Act, you're not provided to give medical
Same guy.
But then
in confidence information to people.
I think we just had you on the air. Well, but who cares? Why not just show them and it would be, everything would be fine. And everyone
So
can...
you're saying it's not good to follow Commonwealth law. So doesn't that let you when you don't follow the law?
I just think it's good that if a police officer asks you for ID, why not show them?
Yeah, you got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have
It's a lot easier, and the world can go around and...
If we don't have anything to hide, how come the internet's so highly censored with alternate opinions on COVID-19?
Oh, because
If there's nothing to hide.
Because that's not about anything to hide. That's about spreading misinformation.
That's got nothing to do with showing your
Dick.
ID, does it? Does it, John?
It's got everything to do with it.
No, it hasn't.
Choice.
What, though?
Look, I know you comrades want to roll in with the Communist Party, right? But,
what?
Dick.
it's not a totalitarian dictatorship. No,
I'm not a communist, but Angie is.
Oh, shut up.
Dick.
Comrades, trust me.
Yes, comrade, what?
What?
It's all good.
Yeah.
John, can you just say why you're fighting against it? Like, why is it an issue?
Why are you so angry at the world, John?
Like, you wear your seatbelt.
No, I'm not angry. I'm happy. I'm driving home. I've got nothing to do.
Hang on, John. John, just listen to me. Do you wear your seatbelt?
Yeah, I've got it on right now. Of course.
Yep.
I'm on
And
the hands-free kit.
Why would you're giving into the
stick to the
authorities?
speeding
You're giving
seats?
into the Politburo by wearing a seatbelt.
No, do you wear your mask in the car on your own?
No.
No.
What about the people that do that? Don't you think, can we agree at least that's taken
But that's up to
their
their,
issue.
that's their problem.
Hold on.
That's up to them.
Why are you concerned about that?
Man, you're walking around. If there's no reasonable necessity, you've got beautiful women, you can't appreciate their face. Might be good for some people, right?
Yeah, how dare they wear a mask? Those
John.
women are so inconsiderate,
Downtown.
not showing their pretty face.
Get it. If we've got a cluster, it's not reasonably necessary right now here in this state. If there's a cluster, rethink it.
Yeah,
And you know what? A lot of cops agree with me because I speak to them. They know the law's a bit rubbish as well, believe it or not. And I think you guys know as well.
Look, no one wants to wear a mask.
No, I don't.
but
If a
it's
cop
small
asks me for
price.
ID, I give him ID. He or she.
Hey, you're required to by law.
I have no idea, but I'm still going to show it because why
Well,
not?
it's only if
What's the point of arguing?
they've given you a reasonable suspicion for an offence.
Oh, no, they might just be doing their job and just want to make sure I'm who I think I am.
And we don't know what happened before. We don't know if that guy
and I don't have
might
a problem.
slapped someone before.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Interstate are a bit too much.
What?
You don't think the lockdowns in interstate are a bit too much?
Oh, I think we might be going overboard with lockdowns, but that's not up to me.
Thank you. We agree. And a lot of your listeners, a lot of people know something's not quite right here.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with the police asking you for ID.
But we're talking about a mask direction, right? And that rolls in perfectly with the lockdowns. You know, Sweden, look at the death rates in Sweden.
Yeah.
They're very similar. They didn't do any lockdowns. They gave directions, not law.
Yeah,
not
thousands and thousands and thousands of people have died.
I urge your listeners to go onto the stats and look. Don't take my word for it. Look for yourself. Look at their death rates for the last 5 years. See if they're any different. Well, I'm telling you, if you're listening to this show, go and look for yourself. Do your own research. You'll see that the radio hotel are wrong.
Okay. All right, just to show ID when a policeman asks you. Big brave policeman. All right, thanks, John.
Take care.
Had enough of him. Yes, say whatever you want, Ash.
I'm just going to get the phones. Like, this is what I hear. People say, if you look on the internet, do your research. But shouldn't we be listening to professors and doctors and all that stuff? Because the internet isn't always good.
By the way,
research.
internet's not research.
Yeah, you listen to the authorities.
Because you can learn all about the flat Earth on the internet, but that's it's not exactly research. Glenn, you're on the air. Hi.
Yeah, g'day, mate.
Good. Pretty good.
I don't like wearing a mask, but
neither do I. I hate it.
I had my full teeth adjusted yesterday, so I had no top teeth. So I was pretty happy to wear a mask all day today, so no one could see I looked like an idiot, you know.
I hate wearing the mask. It's awful, but I still do it because I see why it's a good idea.
That's why I think if you buy a pretty mask, I've got a pretty mask, so I feel okay about wearing it.
And she's got a pretty mask.
Sparkly.
Yeah, sparkly.
You have to wear them, though. They have to be pretty.
Go to the mask when you have to, eh?
What?
Go to the mask when you have to.
Yeah. And as soon as I get out of the store, I can't wait to whip it off. I rip it off and go, oh, God, that smells foul, which meaning I smell foul. But, hey, I don't want to smell myself. For the next 3 hours, I can still smell it.
I wonder if the sales of mouth
breath freshener
has gone up.
I've got some in my pocket, actually. I should tell you. I've got these little. I'm leaning back. Sorry.
Oh, are they the little Listerine things?
Little Listerine thing. They're fantastic.
They sit on your tongue.
The only problem with them.
See, Glenn.
See, Glenn.
Still chatting, so that's fine.
The only problem with you leave them in your fob pocket, and then a person called Cheryl or whoever does the washing forgets they're in there, and they get washed, and they become one big gluggy
you should
glob.
Take them out before you put them in the wash.
I know.
Yeah, so it's kind of your fault.
Of course it's my fault. Blame Cheryl for anything. Adele's called up. Hi, Adele. Hi, Adele.
Angie, how are
Hi,
you?
Adele.
Yeah.
And by the way, excuse me, by the way, I now smell really nice.
Minty. He smells minty.
I smell minty. I could put a mask on and not offend myself.
I must agree with the mask. I don't know how these people, like the shop assistants, have to wear it all day.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah,
well, same with my partner Cheryl. She's a nurse. She has to wear it all. Why is Adele talking when I'm trying to answer her? Cheryl wears one all day and just feels naked when she hasn't got one on.
He does.
Okay.
He feels naked.
Cheryl, yeah, see?
Yeah.
Didn't hear what I said because you're too busy gas bagging.
True. Sorry. But I agree. It's protocol. We've got to wear it. So go with the flow.
Yeah, why not?
I've got a Port Power one.
Well, have you? Oh, well, we bought some, but I want those really nice-looking, shaped ones. I bought some from the Port store at the Oval, and they're not really... They've got the little logo on, but they're not quite trendy enough.
Well, this one is. A girl bought it online. A lady bought it online for my birthday.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's really safe because it's just like normal material.
Oh, anything in front of your face is better than not. Yeah, of course. It stops spray coming out and spraying onto somebody.
And I'm getting my last jab.
Oh, good on you. When?
Father's Day.
When? Oh, Father's Day. Oh, good on you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And you'll be fully vaxxed.
Yep. Most of the people at swimming are, so I'm really proud.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah.
That's very good. All right, thanks, Adele.
Okay.
Good to hear from you.
Lucky and Angie, you take care of yourself, right?
Give our regards to Kylie.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
She tried to ring you the other night, but you were just chock-a-block.
Oh, was I?
Damn Daddo.
Oh, that's unusual.
She couldn't get through. No, it's true.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she couldn't get through.
Well, she can ring now. All right, thanks, Adele.
Okay, see ya.
Kylie is Adele's daughter. Well, I want to know if she's got a job. She works on construction sites and Last I heard, she didn't have a job. Anyway, where's this guy still? He's still going.
No, I don't have to do that either. I'm at the shop buying something. No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Currently, the state law says that police...
State laws are directive. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
He's not doing nothing wrong, except not speaking English very well, because you're bastardising the English language. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Stop.
Roger's called up. Wait a minute, Roger. I'm just listening to this idiot.
I'm not doing nothing wrong. Unless if you suspect me of doing something wrong, I'm buying drinks.
Do you have ID on you, sir?
I've got ID, but I don't have to show you.
Yes, you do.
Again, do you have ID? Yeah, I've got it on me, but I'm not going to show you. What a nitwit. Just arrest him, for God's sake.
It's difficult for the police. Like, they're just doing what they've been told.
Yeah. Well, just arrest him. Don't talk to him.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's the end. Roger, hi. You're on the air, Rog. We're going to take a break. God damn it. Come on, Rog. What's up?
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw in my little two bobs.
Sure.
I drive a bus and have to wear a mask all day, but I had to have a bit of a chuckle today. Two nurses get on, flash their badges to get the free travel, and of course neither of them have got a mask on. Health worker, no mask, great. See ya.
But Roger, they've probably been wearing
let's call
all
up
day.
Let's call up and put down nurses. Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, I do feel
those damn nurses.
I feel sorry for people that have to wear them all day.
Flashing their badge. Yeah. I don't blame them for wanting to take their mask off. We've got to take a break, Angie. Stop all this talking.
Oh,
you're so irresponsible.
I wasn't even watching the time.
Of course not. It's a good thing I'm in charge.
What happens, I'll leave you to it.
And we'll be back after these words.
John Blake, weeknights from 7 p.m. on Adelaide's 5AA.
Office of the Premier of South Australia, the Honourable Stephen Marshall.
Yes, Julian.
Good morning, boss man. Would you like a cuppa?
Oh, yes, please.
I'll bring it in, boss features.
Yeah, okay.
Tea, lady!
Oh, good.
Well, they're still saying that the election will be fought on health.
Who's they?
Everybody.
Who?
Leon Biner.
Oh, well...
Well, you need to listen, Premier. He keeps getting people on his show who say that you're in all sorts of trouble and it's all turning into crap.
Well, I don't think that's true.
Well, just in case...
Oh, no.
It's time for a mind training session.
Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't think it's healthy.
Oh, very good, Premier. Doing humour to cover up the fact that it's all turning into crap.
I wasn't doing...
Here we go.
I think things are going along quite well, actually.
Well, come on, just a quick one to reinforce in your mind that you need to keep on your toes. And here we go. Turning into crap. I think it's turning into crap. I really think so.
Julian,
Come on. Turning into crap. I think it's turning into crap. I really think so. Excellent, Premier. Now, don't you feel better?
No.
You do, don't you?
No.
Excellent. Have a good day.
That didn't change my opinion.
We'll try again tomorrow.
Oh. Turning into crap. It's turning into... Hey, Andrew, hi.
How you going, Blake?
Not bad.
You were just talking... And Angie, sorry. You were just talking about masks, Port Adelaide masks.
Yeah.
I actually found one at a... Can I name the chemist?
Yeah, sure.
King Chemist on Grange Road.
Okay.
And it's got the tricolours.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
It fits very nicely over your nostrils and slightly under your chin. So it actually wraps around your chin. But it's actually got interchangeable, washable air filters in them.
Really?
So you can have a pouch in there, you can slide that out, and it gives you 3 pouches, so you can take that, wash it. But I tell you, if you ever get a black mask, right?
Yeah, well, that's what we got. The ones we bought at the port store are black with a little logo on it.
If you want to hear something grotesque, bang it against something black or of a dark colour, and see what comes out of your mask.
Well, what comes out?
Well, your skin follicles.
Flaking skin. Well, they reckon most of the dust in our house is skin.
Oh,
that's true. That's where all the mice live. Yep.
I apologise if everyone's having dinner.
All right, thanks, Andrew.
Good night.
That's gross.
That's completely
Thanks for being gross. Calling up and being gross.
I wash mine regularly. I put mine in my bra bag, zip it up, and pop it in the washing machine with my washing.
You wash your bra as well?
Well, yeah, yes.
I don't know. I just wanted to say bra. Sorry.
You put it in a little zip up bag.
Oh, of course you do.
Ruined.
Can't we talk about flaking skin more? I wanted to get right into that.
Gross.
How thick is the flaked skin in your home?
Oh, don't. Oh, stop. Makes me want to vomit.
I know. What else would dust be made of?
Oh, stop. No, I don't think
I suppose it could be made of sand. Could be made of the Earth's crust.
No.
Silica.
Stop.
Bit of silica.
Stop it.
That's not gross. Silica's clean. It's what glass is made of. Rowie said H before, and when he walked out at the end of his show, he said, I said H, but then later on in the end, I said H. So that's okay, isn't it? That's all right, isn't it? I said, yeah, it's fine, Rowie.
Stop.
Whatever floats your boat. That's what he did. He did. He apologised to me almost for saying H and pulled himself up.
Oh, I know. You make us all very nervous.
Listen. I don't mean to. Why would I make anyone nervous? I'm not a police officer. Hey, you got to bring this up with Michael Keelan. You know that guy, that gardening guy who does a show on the weekends? His name is Michael Keelan.
Can we just hold that thought? You know Matthew Pantelis,
I'm on a roll.
Who's on after 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's him over there. There he is.
Texted me, why is dust grey if it's skin?
Because some of us haven't got very good circulation.
Yes.
That's why.
You've got so many qualifications.
My skin dust is black and green. I don't know. Anyway. I didn't make it up. I just heard someone say it once, so I wrote it down and take it as fact. That's how I do most of my general knowledge.
All right.
Hey, Nutrog are in big trouble. When you next give away fertilizer on the gardening show on a Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Former Australian diplomat and specialist in Asian politics has urged the Adelaide Hills fertiliser manufacturer, that's Nutrog, I didn't realise they were local, to change the name of one of its products because it's racist. Racist fertiliser. You know which one, of course.
Can you not say it?
Who flung dung?
Okay. You said
Who flung dung is in the firing line.
Okay.
You betcha. You've heard this story. Did you bring it up with Michael?
No, I didn't read it properly, but I have printed it out for the weekend. But can you explain it to me, please?
Well, there's a guy called Dr. Carl Bell. He lives in Millicent. And he was shocked when he saw Who Flung Dung. I don't know where he's been, but he's only just discovered Who Flung Dung, which is a well-known fertiliser made by Nutrog. I think Michael gives it away quite often, doesn't he? Bags of Who Flung Dung?
Have in the past.
I think so. It was and remains an anti-Chinese insult that was common during the period of white Australia and endured in vulgar parlance until quite recently. Since I initially took this matter up, I've discovered that it remains in use by white supremacists who openly refer to COVID as the Who Flung Dung virus. Well, that's their problem.
Right.
It's not Nutrog's problem.
So
you can't change everything because white supremacists choose to use a word. What, we're going to be controlled by them now? Nutrog rejected the claim that its product is racist, saying it's just a play on words. I'll tell you why. What they're saying is it's the user who spread, flung, manure, dung. The name means who spread manure.
Right.
The trouble is, it was the tagline in a very well-known racist joke. That's all. I think the name of the person turned out to be Who Flung Dung. But so what? That's a different thing. Dr. Bell said, by the way, his specialty is Malaysian politics, history and religion. He said the phrase was intended to be insulting, degrading, condemnatory and wounding. Well, maybe in your connotation of it, but not Nutrog's. Why would they? I'm appalled that in the Australia of 2021, a firm would market a product label with such brazenly racist slogan. I don't think they're going to change it.
So it's not really racist.
Well, of course. Well, listen. Well, neither was Coon Cheese, but they changed that because it became racist. So maybe they will change it. Nutrog products are made from a biologically activated chicken manure and are recognised for their distinctive names. That's the director of Nutrog. And they said, basically, bugger off, but if everyone stops buying it, maybe we'll change it to Who Spread Manure. Doesn't sound the same. Greg, you're on.
Hey.
Greg, hi.
Hey. Now,
hey.
Two things.
Yes.
Angie wouldn't have that problem with the mask with the skin because she's moist.
That's true.
I do have moist.
She's so moist it sticks to her.
And
so does everything. If I throw this bit of paper at her, it'll stick to her face.
No, that sounds yucky and worse. Like, I'm not sweaty. I'm just got
No, she's not. She's just
skin.
She's just glowing with moistness.
And Who Flung Dung?
Yeah. That's moist.
If they're offended by that, sounds like a load of shit to me. And also,
there's us bound down to the world's most brilliant comic genius.
Also,
yeah,
I reckon who flung dung came out of that previous caller, John's mouth, when he was talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
I reckon he was spouting a bit of who flung dung.
It was a bit of dung coming out. That's true. Yeah. Good on you, Greggy. Thanks. We better take a break, Angie. We'll get behind.
I'm just not caring, am I?
You don't care about anything because you're so moist and supple. Supple. Hate that word. It's right up with the word delicious. We'll be back after some work. What, margarine?
Yeah, that's
I like margarine.
That's a weird word, margarine.
Butter.
Panties.
Panties? Yeah.
It's not.
Can we please lose the word panties? Because it's just really prosaic and gone. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go. Hold on to your panties and take a break.
John Blake. Weeknights from 7 p.m. on Adelaide's 5AA.
With Angie McBride on backing vocals. Yeah, sounds a bit like Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue.
I love you, oh my Peggy. My Peggy Sue.
If Cheryl just texted, dried old skin is dead. That's why it's flaky. It's old and dead. It has no living blood cells. It's dead.
Why is it grey, Cheryl?
I think that's what she's saying. That's why it's grey. Because it's dead.
Mine's not. Mine would be pink. And
even your dead cells would be pink. Really? But would they be moist? Graham, you're on the air. Graham, hi.
You two guys get a little bit frisky.
We're as frisky as hell.
Panties and bras and stuff.
Betcha.
Just a usual night, Graham.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It always with Angie, it always gets really smutty.
Yeah, it does, actually.
Yeah. And it's not me that...
dare you?
It's not me that goes down that track. It's Angie.
Yeah, I get a bit offended, actually.
Oh, I apologise.
No, I'm only joking.
Sure.
Hey, do you listen to Cornsy's conversations, Blakey?
Never. No, of course I do. I like it.
Now, I think this one was repeated, but I listened to one today, and it was with a countess.
Oh, really? Didn't hear today's.
Yeah, the first countess he's ever interviewed, and she was, I think, well, she wasn't French. She certainly had that gorgeous European accent.
Okay.
I'm just trying, and it was all about, like, roses. Apparently she's a rose expert.
Oh.
She was over a year or so ago for the Rose Festival in Adelaide.
All right.
You might want to listen to the podcast, but she had the most gorgeous accent.
Really?
And I suddenly got interested in roses, so I wouldn't know a rose from whatever.
I think the only reason Cornsey had her on was because of her accent.
But Cornsey was so out of his depth. He knew nothing about roses, countesses, Europe or anything else.
Roses or countesses.
But it was a particularly funny and good interview. You might
really?
Try a little parody on that one.
Yeah, I'll have a listen. That was on today, was it?
Today.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have a listen. I'm always looking for
a countess from somewhere.
I'm always looking for someone to take the mick out of, and why shouldn't it be Cornsey?
Yeah, well, you do a good job anyway.
No, thanks. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Graham. Countess. Tell us, how do you become a countess? I mean, what's it like being a countess? Do you get into nightclubs free? Oh, that's fantastic. Where were you born? I love your accent. Troy, you're on the air. Hi.
Hi, John and Angie. How are we?
Hi, Troy. How are you going?
Good, mate.
Yeah. What's up?
Why are you talking like that, John?
I was talking like Cornsey, sort of.
Oh.
Wasn't very good.
Oh, what happened to your face?
Come on, Troy, speed it up. God damn it, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, well, he could be a weather map, Cornsey.
Listen, you didn't ring about Cornsey.
No.
Leave Cornsey alone. He's mine.
No.
How dare you be so
have him
disrespectful?
Hey, you still coming over for the grand final, John?
No. And even Eddie Maguire's not allowed to go.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
Mark McGowan won't let Eddie in.
Hey, John, don't compare yourself to Eddie Maguire. You've got to put yourself up a bit higher than that. What a rank for that gardening product you were talking about.
Who flung dung, yes.
Yeah, well, why can't you call it Kung Fu Dung?
What?
Kung Fu Dung.
What's he saying, Angie?
Kung Fu Dung.
Why?
Yeah, why would you?
why not?
You're making no sense, Troy.
Right.
How many beers have you had?
It's going well.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Kung Fu Dung. How's that?
Kung Fu Dung.
Yeah, Kung Fu Dung.
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
All right, goodbye.
No.
Bye.
We didn't mention...
That was a pointless call, wasn't
Eddie Maguire, did we?
No, Eddie's Mark McGowan, the Premier...
I'm liking Mark McGowan now.
The Premier. Why do people hate Eddie?
I don't
like Eddie.
No, he's always very nice.
He's one of Australia's best...
it's not so much it's Eddie.
Best performers.
No, I've spoken to Eddie and he's always very nice.
Well, leave him alone.
No, but the fact that Mark's just said nah, he's just like not letting anybody. I love it.
Mark McGowan's not fazed by stardom at all. He said, no, Eddie, because Eddie went online and did the application, as you do, as a normal person does, filled out the forms electronically and said his two sons were going because they're producers in his company.
Well,
I raised a Mark McGowan eyebrow. Really?
Yeah,
your two sons are not mentioned as producers on your website of your production company. But anyway, I'll let that go. And they just said it went all the way to the Premier, apparently. It went through channels. Because people said, well, do we let Eddie in? And he said, no, there's no reason for you to be here. We only want only people who have to be here for the grand final can be here, and you don't have to be here. I thought with his commentary duties and stuff, he might have to be there. But anyway... Eddie's not going. And he's fine with it. He's not kicking up and saying, how dare you? He's saying, okay, I can't go.
That's what I just love, that Mark's like, no, I don't care who you are. You're not coming in.
I care.
So will he let anybody from Adelaide into the grand final?
No, apparently he's not letting Port Adelaide there, even if they make the grand final. He's not letting any teams in either because he wants to protect WA from COVID. Well, he's still going to have the grand final ceremony and open up have the crowd at the Oval. Just no football because it's very dangerous. Good old
gotta
Mark.
Love him.
Yes, fabulous. Wouldn't know him in the street, but hey.
No.
Who else got into trouble? Oh, so Eddie's, we did the Eddie. Alexander Downer's in trouble. That's good fun.
Oh, no.
Yes.
What's Alexander Downer? No, that's not.
He's been inappropriate again.
Oh, no.
The former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Alexander Downer. He put up an image of a lovely church in France. In the country where he's enjoying a week's break. In fact, that's what he tweeted, enjoying a week's break. Because he's based in London now. Yes. And he captioned the photo with, they've learned to live with COVID here, not lurch from one damaging lockdown to another. And so everyone's hit the roof now and said, that's clueless and repugnant and how dare you and you're devoid of self-awareness. If there was a prize for tweets devoid of self-awareness, this would win. I can't believe somebody exists who's that clueless. I feel sorry for the French who now have to learn to live with both COVID and Downer. That's a good one. And people were quick to point out that France hasn't learned to live with the deadly virus. They've been forced to live with it because they've had a lot of deaths, a lot of cases, and they're just choosing not to lock down as much as... elsewhere, I don't know. And Alexander's got to realise you can't tweet stuff because they'll get you.
Yeah.
They'll get you, Alexander. Yes, they will. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to say... I love it.
When I was listening to a tribute the other day from Philip Satchell, Mike Graham was talking. I'm like, I haven't heard, and I thought of you. You're the first person I thought of.
Was Mike Graham speaking?
Yeah.
Where was he speaking from?
I don't know. I just heard a little bit of audio somewhere. I'm like, and I thought of you.
Well, Miss Mike.
Thought of you.
Yes. Well, I think it's very sad news that we've had. I better not say it, because that's insensitive.
Okay.
What else can Mike say?
I don't know.
I don't like COVID-19.
It's
very...
here, isn't he?
What?
He lives here now.
Does he?
I think so. Didn't him and Sasha come back?
Give us a call, Mike, if you're listening.
That would be so
I'll play
fun.
Hit the Road, Mike. Remember that song I did about you, Mike? Mike was good. He told a good joke. He used to do a good Prince Charles. He actually impersonated Prince Charles. He'd hold the cuff of his suit, everything like Prince Charles does. And it's a really good voice. Anyway, I do it better.
I would love to have had that.
Do we need to take a break, Angie?
I reckon we do. I'm not thinking about it today.
We'll come back with we'll come back with a behind closed doors for you.
John Blake, weeknights from 7 p.m. on Adelaide's 5AA.
Anyway, I think this is a replay, a repeat, Angie. But hey,
why?
Write to your local member, I don't care.
And when we get behind
1395, Adelaide's 5AA.
This is the Saturday Sports Show. KG and Cornsey.
Welcome back, folks, to the Saturday Sports Show. Graham Corns with you and the great man.
No, come on, don't start that stuff, Stanley. Fire up, son.
I'm fired up. How are you, KG?
Well, Stanley, I'm a little bit worried about my prostate.
Worried about your prostate?
Yes, I'm going to the doctor next week.
Yeah, it is important for men if they're over 40 to have a regular checkup.
Checkup, yes. Very important stuff. I'm going to ask my doctor to check and see if anything's up.
Do you know how they check the prostate, Ken?
Well, I've got an idea, Stanley. There's a blood test.
Yes, but you need the blood test and the digital examination as well.
Yes, it's good, isn't it? Modern technology, Stanley. 5AA is digital too.
No, it's different.
Yeah, well, it's much clearer.
No, the digital exam.
You don't get any interference at all. It's my understanding, which is good, Stanley, because I don't like to be at the doctor longer than is absolutely necessary, Stanley.
No, Ken.
I love technology, Stanley. When it makes life easier. I bought a digital radio just the other day.
So why are you worried about your prostate anyway?
Well, I'm not really worried. I just realise that the older that you get, the more important it is to get examined.
Yes, that's true. Well done. You're being responsible, KG.
Well, now that I know that the doctors have gone digital, Graham, there's no excuse not to go.
No, that's right.
If you just keep putting it off, Studley, that does no good at all.
Correct.
Fair dinkum. For all the good that does, Studley, you may as well stick his finger up my bum.
Oh, I love poo-poo wee-wee humour. Hey, Gene Simmons has got COVID.
I heard that.
Yeah, and so is Paul Stanley.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, they're all,
I know. Well, you see, we've got our tickets. We bought our tickets way back at the beginning of the year for the Kiss concert, which was supposed to be in October.
Oh,
but they put it back because of COVID to March next year.
Right.
But in the meantime, he's got COVID anyway. So.
Oh.
He just tested positive. Doesn't mean he's sick.
No.
So now they're going to be March, April next year. And our tickets, anyone who bought tickets, they're still valid. They can do anything.
It's good to hear.
I told you that, I think, at the time, because I bought 2 lots accidentally.
Oh, I didn't know you bought 2 lots.
Well, the first time... it's a long story. I'd rather not go into it, thanks. But
have you got 4 tickets or not?
Yes.
So what are you going to do?
Oh, no, we should give them away on the show.
Could.
Or something. But I've got to pick the best one, because I bought them in a hurry thinking that I wouldn't be able to get tickets again. So I bought horrible tickets at the entertainment centre way up over there instead of down there. So I finally went back on and I got some down there.
Okay.
Tried to give them to our friends. They said, going to see Kiss? Are you kidding? Kiss? No, thanks. Oh, okay. So I got these tickets.
See what happens. Wait to see.
I was going to put an all-staff email out, you know.
Were you going to sell them or were you going to give them away?
No, because, the money's gone. It's been absorbed. Why would I?
You just might be watching your budget.
But it doesn't matter now that the money's gone almost a year ago. And so...
God, has it been that long?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What else? What else is happening?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't want to tell you that. I want to say that. Ethan Hawke says that Robin Williams was incredibly irritating on the set of Dead Poets Society because he kept on doing his Robin Williams shtick. And Ethan Hawke was only a young kid then because they were playing school kids. He said Robin Williams never stopped doing his, that quick-fire shtick he does. It would become annoying, wouldn't it?
Why is he talking about it, though?
Because he was asked, I think, on some interview thingy. Jimmy, you're on the air, Jim.
Good Lord.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
Concentrate.
Can I kindly ask you for a couple of tickets?
No, I wasn't giving away Kiss tickets. Come on, settle down.
Some respect.
I don't even know you. No, you can't have the tickets. I've got to think about it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, good. Okay, bye.
There's only one, hey?
People only like me when I've got something to give them. Yes. I've got pals vouchers still. I could give some of those away. Why don't you remind me and do your job as a producer?
Excuse me?
Tell me that I'm supposed to give away things.
I did tell you the other week, and you just go, that's what you did.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot. Graham, you're on the air.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Okay, what?
Oh, sorry. Am I on the air?
Yeah, you are.
Just turn my radio down.
Oh, okay. Well, just take your time. It's fine.
No, yeah, got plenty of time. So, you got plenty of morons ringing up. I just want to say...
Yes?
Can you please... These people that ring up and say, I don't want the vax, I don't want this, I don't want that.
Yeah.
If you could play God for one day...
Yeah.
Could you bring back the thousands of people that have died from COVID?
Yeah.
And could you say to them, would you take the vax? And guess what? They would all say yes. All right?
A lot of them don't think that there's a problem with it, though.
No, the ones that died, they would.
Oh, the people that died, yeah, sure.
All right?
Exactly.
The ones that died?
Yeah.
Yeah. You would?
Yep. Thanks, Graham.
The other one is still there?
Yeah.
The other one, the who flung dung?
Yeah.
All you have to do is put in the word, who flung the dung.
Who flung the dung, yeah. I think you're right. That would take care of it. It takes away the meter of it. Who flung the dung?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Good thought, Graham. Well done. I'll pass that on to Neutrog.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Thanks. See you. Who flung the dung? Who flung the dung, Angie?
Okay.
All right, listen, we got to go. Okay. You have to go. And Matthew has to come in and do his show.
Okay.
And go and get vaccinated, everybody. And let's get out of this. See you tomorrow.